It was good to be in the movie business back in 2019. Pre-pandemic, box office records were being broken almost every year. We had like a year where there was like 7 films that hit the $1 billion club in one year. Of course, that we had the last Avengers movie, I believe, was 2019. I think that's when Endgame came out. I mean, it was just a good time. And then the COVID pandemic hit, shut movie theaters down, and we have never quite recovered from it. The movie industry has just never recovered from it. But hopes ran high as we were heading into 2026. You guys remember that near the end of 2025, we were talking about, hey, 2026 could be a very, very big year. Probably the biggest since the pandemic happened. Well, now it's official, as outlets like TheWrap are reporting that the U.S. box office has posted its best first quarter since the pandemic. Since 2019, the U.S. box office made $1.77 billion, which is the biggest first quarter since the pandemic. If we go over and take a look at this little chart I put together here, in 2022, the box office was $1.35 billion for the first quarter. These are all first quarter numbers. 2023 was a good rebound, $1.75 billion. Then I believe that's when we got the strikes. Was around there. We went back down to 2024 to 1.64 billion. Last year was bad, 1.45 billion in the first quarter. But this year, powered by films like Project Hail Mary, the surprise hit that was Scream, that did better than a lot of people thought it would, and several others that have done better, outperformed. We have now had the biggest first quarter since the 2019 pandemic at $1.77 billion. And what a way to kick off the second quarter than with Mario Brothers, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Forza Italia.
Yeah, again, nice. Count on Italy to always save the day. And we have now we're back on track to the best one. Now, it should be noted that this 1.77 billion, which while the absolute best that we've had in years, is still significantly behind what the first quarter of 2019 was. Things like 24, 25%, still below what 2019 was. But at least it's that trajectory going in the right direction. And Rob, we're about to have Michael come out. We've just had the first week of Mario Brothers. We're going to have more Mario Brothers. We got Odyssey coming. We got Toy Story coming. We got Minions coming. We get later in the year. We got Jumanji and Doomsday and Dune 3 and
Spider-Man, Supergirl.
Spider-Man,
Devil Wears
Supergirl,
Prada 2.
Devil Wears Prada 2. I mean,
Faces of Death this week.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Of course, that's gonna alter the game right there. It's looking good. Like, everything solved now? No. Everything on the uptick. I think for the first time in a long time, we can actually say yes. Things actually starting to look like they're heading in a good direction. Anyway, Rob, you saw these numbers, surprised, not surprised, and what's your forecast for the rest of the year?
Well, look, I think it's a really strong year. I mean, even looking at low-budget genre fare, the drama made $14 million this weekend. And that's an A24 release. So and that's pretty strong for a lower budget movie. And with Mario really exceeded any expectations like what we were talking about. I mean, it blew past those.
Yeah.
And look, does it matter if the movie's good or not?
Apparently not.
If people are going and having a good time, that's why they go to the movies. So
well, if it's good, it'll make more money. But
yes. I mean, I'm happy people are going. People are liking it. Look, I think this year is pretty damn strong. I think there's a lot of stuff I want to see both at the low and big budget levels. And I think, obviously, well, we're going to talk about it later, the excitement for Doomsday. Doomsday is still going on. It hasn't been changed yet. So the excitement for that is definitely there. And that's what a way to end the year. I mean, they're already clocking box office now. Odyssey already sold out its 70 millimeter showings. I mean, are they including those in the first quarter? But I don't know.
I think that's pushed for tax reasons.
Yeah. I think this is really John. It's exciting, And I try and go see. I didn't see a double feature this week. I just went and saw the drama. But when I was there was a lot of families, a lot of people there to see both Project Hail Mary and Mario at Irvine Spectrum. There was a lot of people out and about. And you know what? You can gauge people's excitement when you're in a movie theater and you can feel that they're excited to be there.
Yeah.
You know, everything, whether you're standing, the Spectrum to me is like a club. I love that place. And in that lobby, you're seeing people are happy and they're laughing and the bartenders are happy. And it just, it feels good. It feels good to see people out with their friends and family and kids are laughing. And that's what I want. That's what the movie theaters have always meant to me. And I'm seeing it more and more. And I think it's great. You know, because when people go to one movie and they have a good experience, they're going to go to others.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Mando. Spring is in the air, and I gotta tell you, I am pumped to get back outside and start using the pool more. But let's be honest, warmer weather also means one thing: sweat. That's why I've been using Mando whole body deodorant, and guys, this stuff is amazing. Now look, I've tried a lot of deodorants over the years, but Mando is different because you can literally use it anywhere. I'm talking pits, chest, feet, even those hard to reach areas. And what surprised me the most is how well it actually works. So for me, what I personally love the most, it doesn't just cover up odor, it actually stops it before it starts. Mando was created by a doctor who saw how normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and mistreated, and they built this to actually solve the problem. It's clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours, and I can tell you from using it, it delivers. So here's the deal, guys. Don't just mask it. Mando it. Head to shopmando.com and get 20% off with my code CAMPEA. That's code CAMPEA at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide. Again, go to shopmando.com, use the code CAMPEA, and get 20% off. Support the show and stay fresh out there. Trust me, Mando's got you covered. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The first quarter for this movie year is now over, and it's been the biggest first quarter they've had since the pandemic. And we've got a lot of big films still to come this year. I think a lot of people's early predictions that this is going to be the biggest year overall since the pandemic are well on their way to becoming true. Do you think we're going to get there? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.